There we go. Looks like we are live completely. Hi, Twitch. Glad you guys could join us. We're going to play a little bit of D&D during this quarantine and hopefully try to stave off madness, or in my case, welcome it. All depends on your point of view. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully we have a really good night, entertaining night tonight. Don't blow up my cities, because I've not actually put a lot of work into these cities. They're not mine. We can blow them up if we want. So let's see what we can do. We're going to be diving into our Warcraft campaign, where I've kind of just adjusted some of the timeline a little bit and taken a couple of NPCs here or there, as well as a couple of player-created NPCs, and I am using them. Some would say evilly, some would say very intelligently, some would say other things. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's session, and let's go ahead and dive right on in. Yeah, as soon as my tongue starts working. Alright. Warcraft, Fangs of the Moon 26. A time to heal. With the situation at Darnassus settled, the city can begin to heal. Our heroes have tasks before them, but for now it seems they can breathe. What is waiting beyond the veil? What of the druid? And what is going on in New Lordaeron? And what is Lemidan going to do? Because if we remember, somebody pushed somebody's mom through a portal.
Don't care, not my problem.
Oh, I didn't clean this up quite too well. Yoink, you can go away. So can you guys. Okay. There we go. Alright, we come back to the city of Darnassus, high atop the tree, where everybody seems to be glad that things are definitely calmed down. The evening is yours before you guys. What would you like to do? Besides
Go to sleep.
Been a long day.
Been a long day. Okay. That makes sense.
Go find the dragon egg and then go to sleep.
Okay. The temple area has plenty of beds, makeshift beds, for anyone to go ahead and just crash out in, if you so desire. I wouldn't recommend the city. Everything is still disheveled. Not that there's undead in the houses or anything, but it's more of a situation of they're not in a cleaned up state, shall we say.
Yeah, I think we should take the portal to Stormwind so we can go find the druid that we gave the egg to.
I agree, and then we should go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's not true. I'm gonna before I go to sleep, I'm gonna summon Benedict back, and then I'm gonna go to sleep so I get my spell slots back.
So, do you wish to rest here or in Stormwind?
We're not gonna leave the dragon egg overnight. That'd be crazy.
Okay.
Why would we do that?
Okay. In that case, let me do this. Before I get too much of a copyright claim list going. It gets really funny because I don't care if YouTube claims about 1,001 videos, because it doesn't matter. If it'll play, there it goes. There we go. Hopefully this is a simple table, it doesn't break. There we go. Yay. Kylar, however, may be having issues.
My computer just beeped at me.
Not my fault. This is a simple table. I don't have a lot of elements on there.
Like, I have all my audio coming through my earbud. The computer beeped at me.
You have made the computer elves angry.
I swear? There's not a lot of elements here. I swear.
No, it's loaded. It loaded. It's
Okay.
fine.
Alright,
Trying to do-
as you guys step through the portal from Darnassus over to Stormwind, you do find yourselves in a enclosed room filled with lots of books. And a couple of people who, this time of night, there's a couple of people who are looking through some of the books, kind of perusing and maybe just investigating. One of them looks up at you guys and then just half-heartedly goes, and goes back to her book.
Okay, when we walk through the portal, I'm just gonna look around and be like, does anyone know where there's a druid named Mathanu who came in here recently from Darnassus? Where he is?
Okay. The two people in the room with you just kind of look up from their books, and one of them is like, and goes back to her book, and the other one is like, there are about 1,001 people who come through those portals every day. You're going to have to be a bit more specific than just random night elf person.
He was a druid. He was carrying a large backpack thing. And I'll describe whatever that looks like.
I've only been
And
here
I'll
for
also
about
describe whatever he looks like because I saw him, so I'm assuming that I know what he looked like, so I can describe him.
Nope. No clue.
The person kind of looks at you dumbfounded and is like, I've only been here about an hour. I might be part of the staff, but I'm only part of the night staff. But I'm guessing that your first trip will be through that. And he points to a very large portal that has a green layer over it. Slightly different from the ones you walk through, but it's definitely massive in size and does look like he is gesturing for you guys to go that way.
Through another portal?
Yeah.
Where does that portal lead?
That leads downstairs. We made this portal a little bit more ostentatious so people would know to step through it.
Have I been here before? I mean, I've been to Stormwind, but have I been to this room before, traveling?
You tell me.
I mean, I feel like I've been in every which I've traveled by sea. I mean, I'm basically a missionary, so I feel like probably.
Okay. If not, you've definitely heard about it. At minimum, you know about this. This is the Mage Tower in Stormwind, where all the portals lie, and in here, this particular large portal that you seem to be gestured towards just goes downstairs. The tower seems to be quite large, or at least quite high, and this is kind of their way of saying, get out and let us do our studying, kind of thing.
Okay. I look around. Does anyone are any of the elves we've sent through here lingering in this room?
No. It appears that most people have been ushered on downstairs.
then I tell Audric and Katesh to follow me through the larger portal.
Shouldn't it really be called down portal, not downstairs? Just, there's not stairs. If there are stairs, this seems unnecessary.
I mean, that does sound cooler.
I just roll my eyes and walk through the portal.
Up portal sounds kind of dumb, though. Down portal sounds fun. Up portal is stupid.
Yeah.
You see the gentleman you have been talking to, his eyes flicker yellow with a little bit of fire and then dissipates.
I walk through the down portal.
Okay. As you step through the portal, you do appear to be in a different room. Seems to be quite a bit farther down, height-wise. You can definitely smell the air is a lot different in here. This particular room also has a ramp leading outside. You can smell the fresh air. There are a few people over here who are more for emergency triage, so that if somebody came through the portal and was extremely well hurt, they would be treating them. And they look up at you and are like, "Oh, you're not hurt? That's all right. The rest of everyone, or the rest of our people are downstairs."
Thank you. I look at Katesh and Audric and I say, I think all the elves are probably downstairs in the mage quarter, but if not, there was a place very Darnassus-like here, if I remember correctly, called the Park. It was, last time I was here at least, it had all the trappings of like a small grove back home. They may be there. Or at least that'd be the place for them to hold up for a while. We should go check there, if they're not downstairs.
If he's not downstairs, I'm gonna just, make fun of him forever, because I'm really tired, and I want to go to sleep.
Speaking of sleep, now, that was the next thing. We've got a few options now. There's a tavern there at the park, but it's very elven. There's a few taverns that are like, there's one tavern in the Old Town and the Dwarven District. The Old Town's more human, Dwarven District's more dwarven. There's another tavern in the Trade District, which is more kind of going. But personally, I think I could get us into maybe a sleeping quarters at the cathedral. I have a friend there, and that's where I stayed last time.
Ooh, a cathedral. I could power up my my hammer.
Oh, that's right. You're a paladin. Yeah, we could totally get quarters there. A priest and a paladin. We just sneak a druid in, and we'd be fine. I have friends there anyway.
That sounds like a good plan.
Fine. We'll find Nathaniel, then we'll go to the cathedral. Hopefully, we won't run into my mother. If we don't run into her, then we can deal with her tomorrow.
Alternatively, we can just, go tell tales of our heroics, get a bunch of people to help us out, and then just, ignore your mother for all eternity, because that sounds better.
I can't ignore my mother for all eternity.
Actually, that's not true. Maybe she just won't like you. But, me and Audric, we ran and sprinted and tried to defend her, so, you shoved her through a portal. We tried to fight off the death.
To keep her safe. I also fought off the death. I'm the only one that hit it, mind you. You can sing that. Make sure you mention that when you retell a story. You make sure you mention that part. The only one who hit it was the ranged spellcaster.
Jelly wasn't paying attention to you anyway.
Yeah, and also mention how I was the only person who survived the giant fire spell that he unleashed.
Hey, I survived. I'm still here, right? It's technically surviving.
The only person who was not knocked unconscious.
Yeah, when you retell the story, where exactly are you going to make yourself sound heroic? I don't recall you doing anything.
Charging into a zombie horde, distracting a giant monster down to the dock so it gets destroyed by glaives.
Okay, who cares? Let's go find the druid. We gotta go find the druid and the dragon egg.
Okay. As you guys,
It's not a competition. We're all awesome, clearly. So
But if it was a competition,
you
Audric and I would be winning.
incorrect.
Only because you're telling the stories. We should go find the
Yeah, because you guys just want to keep everything secret. So
I mean, honestly, our life was really quieter when we did that.
but also nobody was helping you.
Well, not many people are very
There's a lot
helpful,
more
to be
people started
honest.
helping us since you joined up and started telling us.
I don't know.
ways.
People seem pretty helpful to me, like the ship captain, the dragon. You know, her mom until she shoved her through a portal. You know.
Yeah, and what did that have to do with you telling all of our secrets to people? That had nothing to do with you telling our secrets to people.
They apparently like me because, like, you guys seem all grumpy and alone by yourselves. So
We're not grumpy. Whoever said I was grumpy? No one has ever accused me of being grumpy.
all right. As you guys are leaving the tower, I'm assuming you're continuing on down, ignoring the mage at the entrance to the out the exit of the tower. You guys continue walking down. You do note that the spiral staircase, spiral ramp that leads out of the tower, has no railing. But you guys seem to navigate it fairly well.
Wait. I think.
Are you going to try to?
Yeah, I just jump off of it and then cast Featherfall for my ring. Because that's what I did in the game, so why not?
Okay. Okay. In that case, let me double check. Oh, she rolled high enough. Okay. As Audric and Katesh are walking down, they both hear, as well as you, Oriana, a particular voice ring out through the night. Oriana Moonsong, get down here right now!
I turn to Audric and whisper in his ear. You know, for someone whose life got saved like twice by her own daughter, she seems very upset. I think we should just go look for the egg and leave them to do whatever. That might
That
take
sounds
a
like a
while.
good idea, although I don't
Right?
feel like it was a big deal. I feel like everything's fine. I'm sure it's
I also-
cool.
I mean,
They can have some other daughter time. Let's go find the egg.
excellent. I punch it, like hit him in the hip, like, oh yeah, like we are on the same page.
Hit him in the Again,
I can't punch him in the shoulder. I can't hit him on the shoulder like I would do if I was a regular height. So
He's just kind of cute, you know? Big armored gnome, just kind of like hip bumps the taller druid.
As you continue to float down, Oriana, you do see your mother gingerly staring up at you.
I just wave as I float down and smile. I say nothing until I'm on the floor. I just do this all the way down.
Okay. It takes you a few seconds. Audric, you and Katesh find your way down to the bottom of the stairs and can continue your quest. If you guys want to split off, you can. If not, it's okay. Either way.
we're finding the egg.
Okay.
Nobody's stealing this dragon egg from us.
Okay. Then in that case, you guys, I need you to give me investigation checks to see where the druid might have gone. You can use any modifier with it if you want. If you're going to talk with people to ask them, then add your charisma bonus to that.
Yes, I vote yes on that.
Okay.
That is exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Oriana, as you land, your mother gives you the nice glare that you're used to, but she's also very relieved and wraps her arms around you. Why did you push me into the portal? You could have just asked.
Really, Mom? That's really your response? You know I was never going to ask.
Yes, but you could always start.
No, not really. I think it was set in early childhood, and now it's too late.
You are your father's daughter. Anyways,
I know.
I'm glad you're all right. What have you been doing these last few months?
Apparently volunteering to save the world. Audric and I have been traveling around. We've been working with with his people. We've been trying to figure out what's going on and trying to find a way to stop all of this insanity.
Ah, okay. My daughter's doing good work. That's good. When she's not pushing her mother into portals, but okay.
You were wounded. It's not you needed your rest anyway. Oh, did you hear that I'm now the Night Warrior?
The Night Warrior? No, I did not hear about that. What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Apparently that's the reason for all the magic shenanigans that have recently been happening to me.
She pulls you aside and looks inside looks in your eyes and lifts your eyelids up as much as she can.
Yeah, they're a new color. It's whatever.
She seems to almost be giving you a physical at the same time. Audric, you and Katesh, what was your totals?
I got 17.
17? Okay.
Kyrath failed us epically.
Kyra, what was your total?
He rolled a 9, but I don't know what his bonus is.
Yeah.
He rolled less than me. Unless he's a +8 bonus to something. And then he still tied me.
Okay. Well, in either case, it doesn't take long for you, Katesh. You chat up with somebody right down at the bottom of the steps, and they make mention of a bird that they saw fly out of the tower a couple hours back. And based on what their description was, you figured that's about the right time. The bird flew off towards trade district. Towards the trade district from where you're at. It's almost beelined it out there.
You're going to the trade district. That's like going to a giant mall. Good luck finding him there.
You guys did tell him to hide. Anyway.
Yeah, but not like annoyingly. Anyway, alright, I guess we're going to the trade district, where I will continue to ask people if they saw a bird.
Okay. Alright. You two continue on towards the trade district.
I might as well cast Speak with Animals as a ritual and ask some other birds if they saw a druid bird flying around.
Okay.
Oh, how long does that take to cast?
10 minutes.
Oh, cool. While you're doing that, I'll summon Benedict.
Yeah.
I thought that took an hour.
No, it takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
Benedict.
No, not components.
And I'll have Benedict run back to Oriana and bring her to me when she's done.
Okay.
Can I ride him?
Yeah. He's a mount. You can ride him. He has a saddle.
Yes.
So, Oriana, you and your mother are talking, and she seems to be investigating everything she can about you, trying to see if there's any arcane influence of an ill nature.
As she's poking me, I'll catch her up on all the stuff we've been doing.
Okay. And then she will look at you and like, my, you've been in some dangerous adventures. You be careful out there, alright?
Being careful is overrated.
And that's about right when a raptor comes running up behind you.
Very dignified, like.
Yeah. Still a raptor, but comes running up dignified, and it's just going to sit there and wait.
Benedict! You're back! I can't speak to you because I can't speak animal, but I'm so happy you're back!
He just slightly nods.
Mother, this is Benedict. He's a friend, and I just rub the back of his head.
Hello, does he speak Elvish?
No.
Okay.
He
common.
speaks Raptor. But I taught him how to play games.
Okay. Well, at
He
least
knows the shell game. Right, Benedict?
the shell game.
Slightly nods.
You taught a raptor the shell game.
Well, he's got 2 arms. It's in case we ever need to make money, and he's outside a tavern. Now he can do that.
Okay.
He sees like the blood on clothes, although you can probably press the digitation on yourself, so more on your mother. She didn't do that.
Yeah, of course.
And he's just looking around like he looks kind of disappointed now.
Aw, Ben, you would have been a part of the fight. It's just, he tried. They couldn't summon you. He was too busy. I promise you, he feels very sorry about it.
He would have been sent to the nether realms as soon as he got to the Death Knight. But nonetheless, Audric, Oriana, or not Oriana, Audric, Katesh, you guys continue on. You do find the trade district fairly well. The canal district's not hard to navigate. It's literally a bridge, and then there are signs everywhere. It's not that hard to navigate. You guys make your way to the trade district. As you enter in during the evening hours, there are still people out selling some of their wares. Not so much food right now, but more of a like end of the day sales kind of thing. The bakers are definitely selling whatever they can, and this particular section of the district, you do see to your right a very large building. It almost seems like it's probably a bank of some kind. It looks like it houses lots of people. There are a few people coming out of it right now. The alley that you guys look down, you can see there's a Fletcher down that way. There's also a barber shop going that way as well, and then the main trade district is before you as well. The auction house has goods set up. People have put their stuff up for sale if you want. And I forgot to pull out my store stiff. Basically, I prepped for a shopping episode. And I haven't
Well,
mixed it.
that's great. I
But
am looking
anyways.
for a person that is a druid that has a dragon egg. I don't
Okay.
think they can help me.
Okay. As you guys continue talking around, trying to find this location, Audric, your speak with animals. Go ahead and roll. Just give me a d20. Let's see what you find.
The meanest rat in the sewers.
Oh no. As you
Bites
guys
his face
are
off.
Pretty good.
as you guys are walking through, you do hear a couple of sparrows in some of the trees, particularly in the one tree that's in the center of the trade district that seems to just draw the eye's attention. And you walk up to the tree, and there's a sparrow there who's ready and waiting to answer what questions you have.
Did the people who told us that the bird flew this way tell us the bird looked like?
You did get an idea that it was a raven-esque style bird, at least black-feathered. And because it was carrying something, the little pack would be easy to identify.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello, feather friends. I'm looking for a druid that was in the shape of a blackbird, maybe a raven, flying over here, carrying something with it. We're trying to find him.
A blackbird. Interesting. There was a few who flew by earlier. One of them had a weird thing. They went to the.
That's probably the one.
Okay, they went more that way, and he kind of points his head towards the north, east, south, more of the western part of the area. Which, easy to tell, it wouldn't take much to figure out that he's pointing more towards Old Town.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna cast Good Berry and then give him one of the 10 berries.
Okay. He seems to nod very graciously, very thankfully, and then takes 3 bites and is about full of the berry, and then his partner comes over and takes up a couple more bites, and they seem to be enjoying their berry that is going to last them for like the next week.
You can make good berry bird feeders. You can sell a lot. You can sell them for a lot. Boy, the good berries only last for a bit, don't they? Never mind.
You do catch on the end of that as you're walking away that the birds do say, these taste like the ones the people in the park make.
So, what'd you learn?
It seems like he headed off towards the Old Town area.
You didn't have to hide so far away from the portal.
You told them to hide.
Hide, not travel across town and then hide.
Would you have preferred he traveled across the continent? Because you're technically on a different continent right now.
Well, we sent him here, so no. Alright, let's go. Let's do this, I guess. And it's gonna be Chad. I'll just, keep updating Benedict with our location for whenever they're done over there.
Okay. So as you guys travel through the trade district, you do have to fend off a couple of people here or there. This time of night, yeah, I'm gonna make you do it. Make perception checks, both of you. Your difficulty is a 17.
Make perception checks.
Yes.
If I have a
Roll.
passive perception that's 17, does that count?
If you have a passive perception that's 17, that would be good to know now. Okay.
I rolled a 4. That's why I just talk to people and they tell me where stuff is. I don't need to perceive things. What is this perceiving of things?
As you guys are making your way through the market stalls and through the district itself, Audric, you do catch that you're being followed by small footsteps. And matter of fact, because you have a passive, you glance back over your shoulder once, and it seems to be enough to scare them off, as you don't get your pockets picked.
Really? He's gonna try and pickpocket a paladin? Well, that's a gutsy way to get his head caved in. Smash!
Well, I'll just tell Katesh, be vigilant. I think there's some pickpockets scampering around.
Great, I don't have any pockets in my armor, I just have my backpack. I'll just put my shield over my backpack and then ta-da! Can't get pickpocketed. They'd have to move their shield, and I'm pretty sure I'd feel that.
Oriana, you and your mother have continued talking, you've been filling her in on everything, and she does seem to be a little bit pained, but she's carrying about as normal as you would expect from your mother.
How is your wound? You were hurt pretty bad in there.
it's all right. It still hurts quite a bit. Um,
Well, I feel like since it was like an evil blade and stuff that touched you, perhaps you should go to the cathedral or maybe the park. Have a druid or priest have a look at it.
that would be good. I think probably a priest would be better. Some of the druids, you know my history with druids.
I mean, yes, you're married to one, so
Yes.
yes, I know.
But yeah.
You should go to the cathedral. I'll actually be staying there, so I can meet you up. Meet
Okay.
you up there.
That sounds very well. I will see you over there then. As soon as my gods will escort me over there, she says a little bit louder than normal, and two of the night elves who had been watching over dash over and are like saluting, ready, raring to go as needed, so to say.
I will say this is one thing I don't miss from leaving home.
I know, but your father didn't want me to make sure that wanted to make sure I was taken care of.
Yeah, by the way, you said he was on some sort of expedition or whatever?
Yes, he was on mission to the Firelands right now.
What for?
He's taking care of some of the elementals over there. Apparently there were a few who were unhappy or something like that, and it just kind of got his curiosity up. There was unrest among the elementals, he kept saying, and of course, you know your father, ever the peacemaker, he had to go out there and figure out what is going on. And
But does he write to you often?
yeah, he does.
Okay.
There was supposed to be at least 3 letters since the I don't know what to call that, an assault on the city happened. He tends to send me a message as often as he can, but today there was no message, most likely because of all of this.
But we'll have to make sure that they're quickly able to start sending messages to you here in the cathedral. Actually, and I look at the bodyguards, kind of like side eye of the bodyguards. That might be something else bodyguards could be doing.
They look at each other like, oh, wait, what? We're supposed to... No, wait, what? And then they keep their salute.
Anyway, I guess I will see you at the cathedral then. Like I said, make sure you get yourself checked out.
I will. It's not bad. It's not bad. And she turns to walk, and you do notice she stumbles a little. It seems the wound was quite heavy that inflicted the damage to her.
As she walks away, as soon as she's out of earshot, I looked at Benedict and I say, she'd say it's not bad if her hand was cut off. And then I get on top of Benedict and I'm like, okay, normally I'm riding Audric, so don't feel bad about riding, but you're like an actual creature and like I don't want to like step on your toes and stuff. Cool, so I guess you know where we're going. I'll just hold on.
As you're on and talking, he goes, and heads off. Yep.
He's on.
I'm just like, as he gets back, I'm just like,
I got called up. I'm just like, I have too much pent up energy. I was chilling out, doing nothing. He's.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, you would have gotten to the trade district fairly quick. Oriana, you do see before you the open markets of the trade district where there are vendors all over the place. It seems to still be quite busy, even though it's later in the evening right now. But trade seems to be still going on, and there are beautiful, colorful things all over the place. As Benedict continues running through the district, he does get one guard calling for you to stop.
I don't know how to stop this thing. I'm just holding on.
Nope. Ben's just like, I'm rolling.
Stop! Stop your mount! Stop!
I don't know how!
And he's gone because
You're not allowed to run around the city with him. That's not.
He's got a movement speed of 50.
People do that all the time.
He is sprinting, so he's moving 100 feet. He's just 100 feet in 6 seconds. Let's see, that's translates to how fast is he actually?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm going to translate it to miles an hour.
60 feet per second? Yeah, a lot.
No, it's 100 feet per 6 seconds.
100 feet per 6 seconds.
Okay, that's 16 feet a second.
That's
All of the main cities are just packed with people running around on mounts like crazy.
That's the game, not real life.
Exactly.
That's real life.
That's real life.
Oriana, you do see that Benedict does make the turn. The guards seem to be following, but it's about like it's about like a couple of snails trying to catch up with the rabbit. It's not happening today.
That's only 11 miles an hour. That is so slow.
But it's actually pretty good. Pretty good speed though. And that's full sprint for most people.
Yeah, but that is his sprinting.
He should be faster than a human sprint.
Well, sprinting for humans is only 60 feet per turn. This is 100 feet per turn.
I think I did my math right. Anyway, either way, what I'm saying is the movement per round is too low.
Yeah.
In general.
That's okay. It still works. You do see the barber as you make your turn into the canal district. You do see Audric and Katesh as they're walking into the Old Town District area. You've caught up pretty quick to them. Audric, Katesh, you guys are entering into the Old Town. In this particular area, the houses, like the map shows, all the houses are roofed with a rust-colored roofing. The houses are a little bit more shabbled. This is more like the poorer side of town kind of thing. And as you come through the tunnel, you do see there are a couple alleyways you can turn down off the main street as you need. But there does seem to be a main thoroughfare, quote unquote, that seems to circle the entire district. And you do hear Oriana as Benedict is bounding across the bridge through the canal district towards you guys. Eliciting the looks and stares of several of the people who have moved from the trade district into the canal district to sell some of their wares, as this night elf riding a raptor just runs past them, and they're like, "What in the world?" And before long, Oriana, you do catch up with them. Assuming Benedict comes to a stop gently,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was awesome! Dad, she's so fast!
Oriana has now joined you guys. Benedict has brought Ori to you in rapid fashion.
Well, he apparently is hiding all the way over here. Also, there's pickpockets around, so...
There's people pickpocketing! That is so rude. I don't like
Right?
pickpockets.
Like, I'm a paladin. Like, seriously. Bad idea.
I know how to fix this. I cast Prestidigitation and sew up all my pockets!
Okay. You cast Prestidigitation, sew up all your pockets. They are now all sealed until you need to get something out of your pockets.
Then I'll cast Prestidigitation and unseal them!
Okay.
I mean, if it can fix my clothes, you can do pretty much anything with the pockets.
Pretty much. Anyways, Old Town lies before you guys. You have been reunited. What's next?
Look for some more animals that can help me out.
So are we going about this like subtly, or should I just like write some signs that says looking for egg and druid, but have you seen?
Shh, not the egg part.
Oh, right. What?
You do
Have you
notice
not
a
read
couple
it up on
of
things?
beggars on the side of the road, just kind of laying in the streets. Some of them look like they were grizzled veterans.
Well,
Not
speaking of a
always.
sign, we could do what I did to get the attention of what's his face, and just use prestidigitation to create glowing things that spell out a word in druidic in the air for some druids to come find us.
Ooh,
It is
actually, that's not a
closer
bad
to
idea
home.
because I know the there's druids have druid cant or some kind of druid language. So you could cast it and just put his name up in the sky in druid cant.
It is.
Like
That seems like way less work. Assuming he's looking at the sky.
It is also
he's in a bark.
closer to sunset. Matter of fact, the
Oh,
dark of
Here.
evening should be coming along soon.
Okay, well, I'm gonna borrow one of Oriana's bare pieces of paper and just write out what his name looks like in Druidic, and then tell Oriana to use prestidigitation to just create that like in sparks floating around her head, and we'll just walk around town with that over her head until he finds us.
I can also cast Minor Illusion.
actually,
Also.
Oh,
actually,
that would be
I-
much easier. Yeah, use my illusion.
but I can make a pretty crown above my head but in letter form.
You
I'm
can
gonna
both
do it anyway.
You can both do it.
I cast Prestidigitation and I create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect. And I just make a little circlet. It looks like a floating, you know, like how in World of Warcraft sometimes they have those floating circlets of like a fire. I do that, but it's the druid words. So to everybody else, it
So
looks
it's like
just
one of
cool.
those LED flashing light signs that people wear.
Yeah, but it hovers above my head like a circlet. And then the druids, it's like an actual message. And like every time we just meet, I'm just gonna be like, what's this? And just pointing to my head at everybody.
You
to see if-
become the
if-
valets at an airport.
Yes, we have. You know, it's the case.
I hope that means the druid saw it. And not a different druid is gonna come fight us.
I need you guys to make perception checks, please. Your difficulty is 20.
You got 12.
I got a 9. What did Benedict get? He got a 16. Yeah.
16. Hold on, wait. I think I have a thing. Nope, that's a saving throw or attack roll. Do I have guidance? Dang it, I don't have guidance. That's my other character. I was hoping this character had guidance too, but she does not.
Okay. You guys lose 150 gold.
How? I sold up all the pockets and everything.
I don't know either. He rolled a 20, so I don't know.
We each lose 150 gold?
Total.
150 or 120?
150. I thought I said that.
Oh, I thought I heard something.
150.
I'll just take it from my gold.
As you guys are, I'm guessing you're walking about. There's not necessarily a lot of people, but because of the way the shadows are playing right now, in the incoming evening and night, somehow 150 gold of yours disappears. But you do have
But like how,
bright
like,
flashing
how do we
neon.
decide where that comes from?
Huh?
How do we decide, like, from who?
From whom? Divided up 3 ways. 50, 50, 50. That's the easiest way to go.
Well, I think Kairos said he took it from the giant community pool because he had the money. He had the team
Yeah, I
money.
have most of the money.
Okay.
Right. So you should turn into wolf form and track our scent on the coins, and then we can go beat the crap out of whoever stole that.
That's an interesting way. Okay.
Actually, never mind. I'll have Benedict threaten them, and then they'll just be real scared.
Yeah, how about we do that after we find the egg?
Well, that's just a point. If we're going to be losing gold as we walk, we should do something to prevent that. I thought we
I'm
had
just gonna
before,
draw
but-
my sword and my hammer and my shield, and just look really ticked off.
As you draw your mace and your shield, everybody who's lying on the streets gets up and bolts.
No, it's effective.
Right. Okay. Let's go find the egg now.
I cast precipitation on all of our money pockets, everything that can be stolen from us, and I seal it up.
And I'm gonna have Benedict just run in circles around us, burying his fangs and snarling. Because ain't nobody gonna try and steal from a paladin with his weapons drawn and has a raptor circling him. That is also a fiend that has flames on it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it shouldn't have pickpocketed anyway, because that's just terrifying in general. Especially since I'm pretty sure it was a kid who was following us earlier.
You're taking this rather hard.
Look, we can't have him be stealing stuff, especially once we get the
Well-
thing.
Especially when it's almost 50% of our...
But no.
Right, okay, we're finding the egg now.
Okay. As you guys continue walking the streets of Old Town, you do. The houses are they're solid, but You can tell that this is probably there's a reason why it's called the Old Town. The bricks are not quite as new as they should be. The mortar is not quite as sealed as it could be. But this area does seem to be laced with places to hide if you want.
Or not.
You do also pass by a. I did forget about this one. You do pass by a larger house that is surrounded by a fully stone masoned fence. It has some writing on it, but you can't read it. I don't think any of you can read Thieves' Cant, can you?
No.
Nope. And then you come across the inn that is over here. Seems to be a little shadier than most, but it's a place to get something to drink and maybe sleep. As you continue walking around, you do notice there are a larger number of rats over here. If you wanted to talk with one of them.
Sure,
We should
let's go
probably
talk
be
with one
talking
of
to the
them.
creatures, since I'll bet he's probably hiding as a creature. Meanwhile, I keep my Nathaniel thing. Just keep going.
The longer
I also just start saying in Darnassus, Nathaniel, looking for Nathaniel. Hopefully everybody else thinks I'm like, I'm saying something exotic and awesome, but I'm just like, Nathaniel! Hello? I told you to hide, you can come out now. We're looking for you, Nathaniel.
as you walk by, you do notice a dwarf shopkeeper who kind of looks at you. As you say the name, he almost spits towards the ground at the sound of Darnassian. He doesn't seem like he likes elves. Kyrath,
I keep speaking in Darnassus and pointing to my head, but I give him a dirty look and I'm like, stay to you, short hair! At least I'm not covered in yesterday's muck. Nathaniel!
I'm not sure insulting people is a good idea.
He can't understand what I'm saying. I also keep saying it, talking in dwarf. I say that to him and
sounded
Darnassus.
like you, I'm not even sure I actually knew what you were saying, but it sounded like you were insulting him.
I am saying everything in Darnassus, and I don't even realize it, and I keep talking to Katesh in Darnassus, and I'm just like...
you have no clue what she's saying. She seems to be speaking some kind of gibberish. It's flowery, it sounds pretty, but that's about it.
Is Darnassus the regular elf language, or is it...
It's Elvish.
Okay, so I understand what she's saying.
Yeah, you do.
Well, yeah, obviously you would understand. We've traveled long enough. I hope I taught you some of it.
I'm not going to be mean and require you to know both Darnassian and Thracian.
That would be helpful, thanks. We can, how we can distinguish it in our world? It's the difference between, like, a more fancier English language and, like, the Cockney. Like, it's tone.
Actually, it would be the other way around. Darnassian would have more of an elegant southern style accent to it, whereas Thalassian would have more of a New Yorker style accent.
Whatever, you know what I mean. It's accent based.
Yeah, it would. Since Thalassian is from Darnassian, so. But yes, Kyrath, if you did want to, there are several rats in the area. And why is my music stopped? I let my music stop. I don't know why. No, not you. Let's go with
Oh, that's not very good.
Okay. what was your total?
Well, what am I supposed to add to it?
Go for intelligence, investigation. Or you could try to charm a rat if you want to get one that's friendly.
Or can I use animal handling?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's still only a +4, so that's only 9.
Okay. You do find one particular rat that seems to be more amenable, if you could say that for a rat, to speaking with you.
Hello, rat friend. Have you seen a druid in the shape of a black bird carrying something with it anywhere in this area?
Hello, tall person. Doesn't sound good, does it?
Hmm?
Yes, never mind. What do you want?
Did you hear what I asked you before? That's what I want.
Oh, right. Druid. Okay. I don't know what a druid is, but there are several ravens that float around here. Really weird one that ducked behind a wall over there, and the rat seems to point to a house. Seems to be connected to one of those houses that's connected to another house right next to it, and on either side, and it seems to have a front on one side, and in the alley it seems to, or the alley for it seems to be pointing more towards the center of the Old Town district.
You went inside the house or into the alley next to the house?
It went into the alley and then inside. I was there earlier. There was some really good cheese over there.
Well, thanks for the information. Here you go. I'll give him another one of the good berries.
What am I supposed to do with them?
You eat it. It's food.
Okay. And he takes it. You got any more?
Here, I'll give him one other one.
5 other rats come out from the side, start fighting over it. And you, as you're listening to him and speaking with him, you do hear that there's like a full family discussion of, no, this one gets it, no, that one gets it, no, it's this one's turn, you need to behave. It turns out into a full family brawl.
Well, good news. I guess he went into that house right over there.
Oriana, you heard Katesh just chuckling to himself a couple seconds before when he turned around and seemed happy. He saw Katesh chuckling to himself.
You okay over there, Katesh?
Yeah, Benedict was just like relieved that he didn't have to threaten to eat him or something. Just they're rats. He's got a refined palate.
Oh, I was about to say, why is he relieved that he could eat, but I understand that, yes.
Benedict makes a gagging sound when you say he could eat. Little flames come out when he does it.
I rub the back of his ear, and I just am I understand that, Benedict. I also have a refined palate. I mean, I eat meat, but if it's meat I've talked to before, then I don't eat it.
Right, so he's right over there. Cool, alright. I'm killing this line. I'm going in. I'm making him pay us 150 gold. It's fine.
You go in the front door, or do you walk around to the alley?
Front door. Nathaniel! International.
Okay. As you knock on the door and then say Nathaniel's name, a little sliding part just kind of slides open on the door, and you see a pair of eyes glaring back at you. What?
I'm looking for a night elf named Nathaniel. My name is Oriana. You should be expecting me.
Nobody here by that name. Go away.
That's very rude. I'm a priestess. On charitable business. There's food involved.
The door opens up slightly. What kind of food?
The kind that will make you not have to have food for a week. Now tell me if there's a druid in here.
I don't know if there's a druid in here.
I thought it was a gay.
Any creatures? Any creatures?
He doesn't seem to answer.
Do you have a cat?
No, no cats. Go away.
But so you're not interested in food then? I mean, starving. I understand. It's one way to go, but it doesn't seem terribly pleasant to me.
Give me a persuasion roll. Oh gosh.
Oh, natural 20 on stupid. That's my favorite.
At the promise of food, he opens the door up just a little bit more. No, we don't have a cat or a bird. This is more of a shelter. Yeah.
I should
with
have
that.
left.
We let people crash
Is that-
here.
Cool. I just need to come in and look for a druid friend of mine, and then I will leave with some food in your hand.
Okay. He opens the door up a little bit more. How many are coming?
I walk in.
Oh, well,
I keep speaking in Elvish as I walk past him. Nathaniel! The Night Warrior is here!
what are you talking about? Keep quiet.
And then I say it behind me. Do you want to make sure that the nice man isn't, like choking over himself?
Right, I just pull out mine and be like, it's fine. Sheriff business, go back to your boots.
Good plan.
Are you on
Or
the
I'll
outside of the
just
door
lay
or on the inside?
No, I'm inside. I came in.
He sees your badge, and he bolts out the front door.
Yeah, that's what I sort of figured. Anyway, at least we don't have to pay him now. Nathaniel! Nathaniel!
I'm glad I just said, here's the puzzle, let's find out how you solve it. Because this is perfect. Okay.
I'm done with this crap. I'm like, I'm a sheriff, don't cross me.
I was just gonna have him leave the rest of the good berries. I know they're gonna go away in an hour, but he didn't know that.
Day.
Okay.
Yeah, he just like, he wouldn't have
As
known.
you guys continue throughout the rest of this building, you do see there is a small cat at this moment who's kind of sitting in front of a door, staring at you.
Adric?
Hello, cat. Have you
As
seen?
he turns
someone?
around and runs into the room. He does leave the door open just a little bit. It does seem to be push open, so there's no resistance, no locking mechanism right now. Or at least it's not engaged.
Okay. I'll just knock on the door. Hello, is anybody in there?
As you knock, the door pushes open because of the sheer force of knocking, which is not hard, but it's a free moving door. And you do see the cat, the fur, pulling in into a druidic form before you. Mathana then turns around and meets you.
Ishnuala. I've come to finish your oath.
Very well. Here is your package. And he hands you the bag. He hands you a bag with, it seems to be fairly heavy.
I keep speaking in Elvish with him. Then I nod, and I just slowly hand the bag to Katesh so he can verify it.
Yep. Open it up.
As you open the bag, make a dexterity save. No. As you open the bag, you do see the very familiar sheen of a green dragon egg.
Cool. I get immediately on Benedict and put it right in front of my lap
Okay.
with my hammer and my sword, my shields drawn.
Okay. The egg is inside the bag. It does seem to have a lot of fluff and stuffing put next to it to keep it warm.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm gonna use minor illusion to cast. I'm a sheriff. Get out of my way, or I'll beat you up. That's all I want. I want to do that. He thought about it for 3 seconds, and then he was like, "This is a seedy part of town. That's a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that."
Well, why don't you cast minor illusion to make it look like you're carrying like a piece of straw or a piece of mud or something?
Sure, that's a good idea. I'll just cast a minor illusion to make it look like I'm carrying nothing. How? I'm just at this bag, just up here.
I mean, it is a bag, but
as he does that, I do to the traditional bow, and I say, "The rest of our people are meeting in the park. You should head there and see what you can do to help."
I shall. That was my next plan. And he gives you the.
Also, if you haven't heard the good news, they shot down the ziggurat with the glaive thrower, and we destroyed the abomination in the town. So everything's not terrible.
Abomination?
He left before that happened. Bad things are going down. We stopped them. Darnassus is safe for now. That's all you need to know.
That would be what I would concern myself with. And he turns to leave, and he shifts into another small form and leaves out through a hole in the floor. He seems to like the
To the cathedral.
So he slips out through there and flies off. The Cathedral District. Okay. As you guys exit, Audric, your high passive perception does pick up. Somebody is staring at you as you leave the building, and you do hear that after you guys have left, the sound of feet rushing back towards the door and shutting the door. And it seems that the particular gentleman who was watching the door is now glad you are gone, and seems to be double checking to make sure everything's still there. Because you never know with sheriffs.
Couldn't care less what you're doing, dude. To the cathedral.
Okay. As you guys round the corner in the old district, passing the tavern and out through the old town into the canal district, you do see on your right the Stormwind Keep, as well as the Dwarven district right in front of you, and you can see the Cathedral district from where you're at. It's just across the way, but there's no direct path there. Seems to be just a hop, skip, and a jump away, though. As you cross over the bridge, sun has begun setting. The colors of the night have been starting to set in, and the Dwarven district makes it look all that much more darker. Looks almost like full night for you guys out here. Do you go through the Dwarven district or around in the canal district?
Around in the canal.
Okay. As you guys continue walking through, it doesn't take you long to get to the Cathedral district. You do enter in, and the district itself seems to emanate a bit of peace about it. Katesh, you recognize this particular feel. Is very wholesome, very holy, very much so radiant magic. As it seems that the sanctum or sanctuary of light in the cathedral district is emanating and purifying the area. You can
Cool. Do I see any of the stupid paladins?
over here. No, you do not see the Argent Dawn. Not at this time of night, anyways. You do see a couple of places, though. One in a orphanage and one armory / weapon shop, or actually armor and weapon shop. They seem to cater to both, and, as well as the giant fountain in the center.
Noted.
All right.
I lead them to the cathedral.
Okay. As you lead them up the steps, all, I think I counted it one time. No, somebody left.
Classic Kyrath.
Yep. There he is.
Or is he muted and cameraless? He might as well not be here.
Well, see, this time I let it crash all the way, so now the camera can come back.
Oriana leads you guys up the 25 steps, if I remember right. But they're elongated out, so it's not like one step, two step right after each other. It's one step up and then a small platform and then the next step, continuing up into the cathedral. You do see a sister standing in front of the door, greeting you as you draw near Oriana.
Greetings, Sister of the Light. I was wondering if Sebastian Bristol might be here.
Sebastian Bristol is currently on field assignment in, I believe it was Western Plaguelands right now.
Darn. Well, the same. I came here once before as a missionary with other priestess of Elune as part of an sort of exchange. I don't know if you were here during that time. It was a couple of years ago. Anyway, we stayed here then, and I was hoping, given some circumstances, I don't know if you've heard, Darnassus was under attack recently, if you might be willing to shelter a couple of my sisters and brethren. Also, this is Katesh. He's a paladin of the light, and this is my friend Audric.
Of course, we would welcome anyone who needs aid. I believe we just had a request come in just a few moments ago. Apparently, another night elf priestess came in, and she's currently being tended to. But she made a request as well, and we've begun what preparations we need to make sure that whoever needs help is helped.
That is probably my mother. If you wouldn't mind showing us where she is, we will be comfortable wherever that is.
Yes, she is over this way. And she guides you off to a side room that seems to be part of their barracks, is the best word for it, and takes you off into one of the solo rooms that they have for priestesses and paladins over here, and takes you to that room and says, "This is her room," and bids you a farewell as she leaves. The door there is before you. It seems to be open. What would you like to do? Stare at the door or go in?
I'm going.
Okay. Oriana, give me a perception check. Katesh and Audric, if you wish to as well, you can give me a perception check as well. This is mostly for...
16.
Okay.
got 17.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna bother.
Okay. Oriana, you and Audric both notice for certain that as you come in, they've taken your mother's robe off. She has coverings on to make sure she is presentable, but you do see the wound, and it is dark and festering. As she looks up at you and sees you there and tries to cover her form, but it's kind of hard to do so without pulling a blanket off. Hello, dear.
Hello. Well, nice that you made it here safe.
Yes, I made it safely. The two protectors have made sure I got here safely.
Well, that's good.
The doctor was just here. He said everything's going to be all right, as much as it could be.
Good insight checker. She's lying through her teeth.
Yes, you may if you want.
I'm just gonna whisper to Audric, I'm gonna go down to the actual cathedral area for a bit.
Okay.
As I fade off into the hedges and turn back into a corn cob. But I'm gonna go pray to charge up my hammer while they're doing
Okay.
this.
What did I roll?
grab
14 or 12? That's a 17.
Yeah, she's lying. It seems that her deception is meant more for either protection or for comfort.
Well, that's cool, Mom. Okay, well, we'll just be chilling out in here with you then. I'll come check in on you myself every now and then. Just make sure you're doing okay.
Oh, I figured you would. Thank you.
Audric and I are just gonna go, and I just kind of find a bed, 3 beds, 3 bunk beds that we can all sleep on, and Audric, you want to help me set up over here?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's easy for you guys to find a set of bunks in more of a common area for priests and paladins, rather than often the medical areas. As you do leave, your mother does call back out to you. Before you leave, we all put together a little bit of a thank you for doing what you've done to help save Darnassus. And she presents to you a small box of, it seems to be trinkets.
Oh, a small box?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks, Mom. We'll go, I'll take a look at it when we're setting up over there.
Alright.
I'll just be right there, you can just shout at me if you need anything.
I will.
I'll be over here probably in a few minutes anyway.
Alright. I will see you then.
Alright.
Okay.
So I walk off with Audric, we go to the bunk beds, I'm
Yeah, I left Benedict there. He's carrying the pouch.
As soon as we walk over there, I just say, so what's the plan for us figuring out what's wrong with your mother?
we're going to gather all the priests we know, and we're going to cast major curse disarm and holy water. They're just gonna have a bathe in holy water, and then we're just gonna cure, all just all the holy magics, because she's clearly lying. There's something really wrong with her. I don't know why everybody close to me thinks that I gotta like big show face. Oh, no, I can handle it. Don't tell hers because she can pass. I mean, like I'm the night warrior. Why does everyone not tell me I can solve their problems? Do I seem frazzled to you? Is that a personality quirk? Do I seem like a frazzled person that needs to be like you wouldn't shield stuff for me, would you?
Nope. I mean,
Okay,
just
so-
like what happened, we got the seed of life because there's a problem and we solved it. So we can solve this problem too. We just need to identify the problem first, then we can solve it.
Exactly. I don't understand people.
Maybe I should just walk over and ask her without you there.
Maybe, but I kind of want to see what's in this box first. We should probably wait for Katesh to come open it with us. Also, I put my pinky out. You have to pinky promise that if you're like dying or something, you're going to tell me.
Sure.
Okay.
Benedict puts his claw in.
And then as soon as we do, I'll be like, Oriana, guess what? I think I'm dying of aging. I'm certain to be dead within the next 100 years.
That's a problem. I'll see if I can solve it in the next 20. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay. And then I pinky promise with Benedict.
Benedict's just like, I'm a fiend spirit thing. I can't really die.
I just kind of think about it for a second. I said, go. You're a pinky promising for Katash. So if he ever protests, then you can tell him you pinky promise for him, and it's binding. He can't protest.
He like tilts his head back. And he's like, he hands you the package, the bag.
Oh yes, thank you.
And then he's just gonna stand right in front of that door.
Hey, Benedict, can you talk to your master through telepathy?
He's like, yeah.
Tell him that there's special rewards waiting for him if he gets his butt up here quickly.
I think he's busy charging up his hammer. We can just open it.
But a box with shinies in it.
Benedict just puts his finger on it and lifts the lid.
No, we were gonna wait for him. You're ruining the surprise, Benedict.
He's like snorts and he's just like, he gives the raptor version of a shrug.
Okay.
Basically, and he points to like his ear.
Alright. As Benedict opens the little box, there's a couple of things in there. Tend to be smaller, and for the most part, there's a silver ring with a blue gem. There is a odd wooden whistle in there, and then there is a green-filled bottle that's in the shape of a clover in there. Katesh, as you walk towards the main area where the light seems to be centered and focused in, you do run across a couple of paladins who are kind of going past you, trying to figure out what in the world is going on. One of them actually stops you and goes, "Do you know about the fiend that's in here?"
It's mine. He's tame. It's mine. Don't worry about it.
That particular one goes, "Oh, okay," and he begins letting people know as much as he can.
I've been to Plague Lands a bunch. It's more useful to have something that they won't really identify as an enemy as an ally, so that's what I'm rolling with.
He's like, "Gotcha, man."
As long as you're
got your
talking
back.
about, the red and black raptor that's about yay high and wearing a saddle. And he like jumps to be the yay high with his hammer. Yay high.
Yeah, they kind of noticed that.
Great, because if there was a different fiend, then it's not mine, and I don't want to be wrong, and then there's another fiend running around the cathedral, because that would be bad. And I would go help you kill it.
That would be very bad. And they seem to seem to heed your warning and figure out that they come in and check and make sure that Benedict is the one they're identifying and not anything else. But they also start spreading the word that there is a paladin here who does have a fiend for a mount, which seems to be perfectly fine with everybody else. You do notice that a couple of paladins do stare at your hammer for a second and then shrug it off. And as you go to pray, let me double check my notes real quick. Yes, as you do pray and go over and present your mace to bathe in the light here at the Stormwind Cathedral, it does seem to draw in a lot of power. Matter of fact, what you do notice is that the radiance on it, the title, starts having a new script added to it, and it seems to be taking up its old name. It seems to take on the Path of Radiance title that's carved into the handle now.
Cool.
And I will add it to the item here in a moment, but you get to use heroism 3 times a day, as well as divine favor and the smite on it.
Cool. Go on.
As one particular figure does take note that you're praying and does notice the weapon you have. The mace itself begins to shine a little brighter as well. As you're praying, you do notice that. It's very obvious. But before you is now a little bit more powered up weapon. Animals, please, don't.
Wait, I missed what you just said.
Okay. And before you is a little bit more powered up weapon.
Ah, cool.
It did glue. Your mace now seems to have a new name as well. So.
Alrighty. I will take note of the person staring at me, and then I will continue back to the room.
Okay. As you get back to the room, it seems to be a little glum, but Oriana seems to be keeping everybody's spirits up, but at the same time you can tell something's bugging her. She's also got a box that she's kind of playing with. Oriana?
Pipette, do you know identify?
No.
Rats, I guess we're gonna have to go back. We have to go ask my mom what she gave us. There's like 3 things in here, but like it's a ring, and a bottle, and another shiny thing, and I don't really know what they do.
A whistle.
A whistle. Oh, I see it's a whistle now. It was just weird in the box.
Would me and my paladin training and penchant for reading books give me any idea about any of these?
The potion, no. That one is kind of a new one on you. The ring, you do know it looks like a goblin. The ring, other than the stone being really cool and in the color, it's hard to say. What in the world is going on with found? Play, silly thing. Okay.
Well, I guess we should go ask my mom. And I take the box, and I have Audric and Pitesh follow me, and we go back.
Okay. It's not that far. Small little journey down a hall. You do see that when you come back in, your mother is robed now, fully robed, and is just kind of letting whatever's going on just kind of sink in for a second before she looks up at you and says, "Oh, dear Oriana, what's up? What can I do for you?"
First off, thanks for the things, Mom. Second off, what the heck are they?
I thought that was going to happen. I forgot. I don't remember if either one of you or your friends had identified. The ring, and she holds it up, to the one who is attuned. Where's my silly page? There we go. To the one that is attuned to, once per day they can use an action to cast Call Lightning at 4th level. You also gain the benefit at home in the storm, which applies to, or it applies to you straight up, or whoever's attuned to it. Any creature attuned to it gets a +1 to their Constitution. If the attuned creature is a Tempest Cleric or a Storm Sorcerer, they get added bonuses. Only one of these bonuses can be applied at a time in case of multi-classes and so forth. So basically it gives a +1 to your Constitution and gives you the ability to cast Call Lightning once a day. And then she holds up the whistle. It is a goblin whistle. You can, as an action, you can blow into the whistle, and when you do, it seems to scream, but it summons 2d6 plus 3 goblins to fight at your side if you have a strength or constitution or strength or charisma score of over 15. If you don't, then the goblins go nuts.
If you have a strength or charisma score of over 15?
Yep.
Oh, not so 15 doesn't count.
15 counts.
Oh. I got both of those.
I also have both of those.
I have neither of those because both of my strength and my charisma is 10 and 11.
And then she holds up the bottle, the 4-leaf bottle.
I'm assuming that's a one-time use whistle.
I don't think it is. Let me zoom in.
Sounds like it's a charged whistle, which means you can use it once per day or something.
There we go, finally got bigger. You can use this whistle once every 3 days. And it's considered an attunement item.
And the potion?
And the potion she holds up, the 4-leaf bottle, it's filled with a green liquid. It is a potion of clover, or concentrate of clover is what she calls it. It's, where was my stats? It's a lucky day. As an action, you can drink this bonus, or potion, for the next 24 hours. You have inexplicable luck. It seems to kick in at just the right moment. Basically, when you drink this, you get 3 luck points, and after 24 hours, they're gone. Whenever you make an attack roll, ability check, saving throw, you can spend your luck point on any one of these and get and re-roll the die. You can choose to spend your luck point after you've rolled the die, but before the outcome is determined. You can choose which of the d20s is used for this attack, ability check, or saving throw. Basically, it grants you luck for 24 hours. You can also spend the luck on an attack when an attack roll is made against you as well. choose whichever one you want, whichever role you want for that one. Like you could replace it with a natural 20 with a natural 1 or something. If more than one creature spends luck point to influence the outcome of a roll, the points cancel each other out and no additional dice are rolled. So it could be used to counter a rogue if you so desire.
Cool. Well, that's all I need to know. I'll be back in a second, Mom. We're gonna have to decide how we want to divide these. Just thanks, and then I leave that again.
That's all right. Goodbye.
Okay. So I think the whistle should obviously go to Katesh. I already have 3 items attuned. I don't need this one. 2 items attuned. I don't need this. Okay. The ring, though. I already have a ring that I'm very fond of. Well, actually, no, this is about. I have a ring. That's okay. What do you, Audric, what do you want?
I don't know. Right now I don't have anything because I gave you my thing that I got before.
Well, it was better for me anyway. It makes more sense. I have currently attuned to me a mage hand ring. It has 3 charges. And uses to cast the spell Mage Hand. Or you can take the Cold Lightning one. I don't have I am not of any storm proficiency, so it doesn't really do anything for me. A +1 to my constitution would give me a +1. I'd go from an 11 to 12. So I'd have from a 0 to a 1.
Does increasing your constitution retroactively increase your health in 5e
Mm-hmm.
per level?
Yes.
Pretty
Yes,
sure
it
it
does.
does.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does automatically.
then
Well, my
Okay,
constitution
you have
is
it.
currently 17, so if I got that, I could increase it to 18, so I get an additional plus. So I
Wait.
think it.
Doesn't the plus kick in at odd numbers?
No, even.
No, he'd have
It
he'd
kicks
have
in
a +4.
evens.
So I feel like that would be best for you. Although I don't know if you can use the Cold Lightning while you're in your beast form. But you are a druid, so elemental magic's more your thing anyway.
Yeah.
So I think you should have the ring, and then I'll just keep the lucky potion on me.
That sounds good.
Everybody good with this? Any objections? Okay. No.
That's what your D100 rolls netted you. So, good job. Curious to see how you guys use those. Anyways, as you guys divvy up your items, your treasures, the air in the cathedral seems to be a little bit busier than normal, it seems. At least for this time of night. It appears that there are a lot of footsteps going past your mother's, to your mother's room, and it seems like a few others are relaying information, carrying messages, going back and forth. She seems to be quite the center of attention right at this moment.
Just one quick question. Is that potion in the D&D Beyond? I'm just having trouble
I
finding
doubt it. Those are my Pinterest stuff, so they're probably not.
Okay.
I'll
Will
have
you
to
add
them later.
that Okay.
Yeah, I'll add them later.
Okay, that was my question. Alright, so I just make sure that we're all settled and stuff, and then when we get to like more long rest period, I'll go and spend the night with my mom. Just like sleep close to her and keep an eye on her throughout the night.
Okay. You do catch, since you're going to be staying with her, she seems to be quite relieved that you're there, and everybody does kind of interrupt you guys throughout the rest of the night, but you do get a full night's rest, a long rest, and all that. Come morning, though, your mother is ushered out fairly quick, and you're invited to come along as well. Katesh, you and Audric are kind of left alone to do with whatever you want, except for the occasional random paladin who comes in and looks at your Benedict and then goes, and then goes about his way. As your mother is taken, they do take her to the central area of the cathedral and have her stand before the Archbenedict, or the Archbishop, that's what it was, the Archbishop of the cathedral, and not only just him, but several hundred other priests are gathered around, and it seems that they're casting a spell on her as much as they can. You do hear whispers that they're glad that, some of them say they caught this wound early. They've seen this infection before. It's very similar to some wounds that have been inflicted in the plague lands, and when they finish up, they cast a greater restoration at significant level on your mother, and it does cause her some stress, but it's not as bad as it could be. The wound does seem to close up a little. It seems that whatever was there, any kind of plague, was prevented from spreading. Let's put it that way. The rest of it is just now time and healing. She'll probably have a scar the rest of her life there. Alright. Anything else?
Probably just, at least Oriana's just kind of like keeping an eye on my mom staying at the temple, but just kind of like taking stock and trying to figure out what to do next. Obviously she wants to get back to Anuli, but she's just kind of like, at the moment,
she's taking a moment to think.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable. Okay. Katesh, you, Audric, what you want to do? You're in the big city of Stormwind that begs to be explored, and then there was 150 gold that went missing last night.
It begs to be explored when we're not carrying a dragon egg and going back to the other city, to save her boyfriend person.
Yeah.
So,
You want to try to track down our missing gold?
nope. He's sitting in the room in the cathedral with Benedict guarding the egg, being like, "Ain't nobody stealing this time." Just waiting for us to be like, "All right, we're going to the other place because let's go before Lady Prestor figures out we're here and then comes looking for me because she's like, "Do you have any egg for me?"
So you'll have an egg.
I'm looking forward to hitting her in the head with a large warhammer. So that's gonna be fun. I'm a sheriff. I can arrest her.
Quite. She's more
Well, I'm gonna ask Oriana. So, is your mother healed now? She's good. Everything's fine, or is it just slowed?
I don't know. It seems to be. They think they've got it in time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Right, so we're
Since
leaving now to
Sebastian
go.
was in the Plague Lands.
I grew up in the Plague Lands. Super well, wasn't really the Plague Lands. Anyway, don't we have another city to be getting to?
Yeah, I'm assuming we want to head back to New Lordaeron.
Before this city gets attacked, and then we can't get back there. You know, because apparently every city we go to just gets like attacked now. So we should probably just, be like.
That's only happened to you once.
No, remember there was the creepy cult people in the sewers, and the other thing. There's 2 attacks on cities actually. In fact, we've only really been to 3.
Well, there wasn't
so...
a giant ziggurat in New Lordaeron.
No, but there was also a death knight that teleported into the middle of a meeting of all the super important people. I count that.
That's true. Hopefully the city's still standing when we get there.
Ha 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 ha. Shush you.
Yeah, we should get going.
Okay. As you guys leave the cathedral district, or the cathedral square, Oriana, your mother is being taken care of by the cathedral. You do find the guards or the protectors that your father had assigned, just kind of wandering the square itself, trying to make sure she's okay, but at the same time offer whatever help they can. Occasionally, a priestess will come out and fill them in on details, but you figure it's the same details you've been given, and that it seems like your mother is going to be on the mend. It's not a bad situation, not something like what Anuli is going through. As you all exit through the canal district to the mage quarter and make your way up, you do see that they've been moving some of the injured folk from Darnassus, some to the park, some to the cathedral, just depending on wherever the person almost needs to go. Some of the more heavily injured are going towards the cathedral district. Those who are more druidic persuasion tend to go more towards the park, and you climb the steps up the mage tower towards the portal room. They do have a portal that goes straight from here to New Lordaeron, so if you guys want to go that way you can, or you can go to Darnassus and then New Lordaeron, or however you want to go.
To New Lordaeron.
Okay. As you guys enter into the portal to New Lordaeron, the skies outside of the city greet you warmly. The portal area seems to be filled with some panic, but at the same time there's a number of people who are going back and forth to Darnassus. You do see some paladins, some of the Argent Dawn, some of various others. Silverhand is also there. They seem to be going to the portal of Darnassus, and some are returning. It's kind of a situation of they're going through cleansing the city kind of thing. And you guys walk out of the mage area, the mage district of New Lordaeron, with the sun greeting you nice and warmly as the sea breeze flows in and the sweet smell of the sea calls to you. And we're going to go ahead and end it right there. Thank you guys for coming. We didn't have a lot of combat tonight. That may be for the good, for the best, or not, depending on your point of view. But we did have. Hopefully, everybody had a good time. Would have been quite interesting to see what would have happened had Katesh took the lead in the old district, because I have a feeling he was probably going to knock the door down with his mace and assert his authority, as it were. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Got players, thank you guys for joining me and letting me take you on a tour of Stormwind, as it were. Tune in next time to see what happens, because I still got more plans. This is fun. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good night and God bless.